Hello there! You're probably still playing Stellar Blade right now, but video games wait for no man. May is here, and it's the slowest and strangest month ever, with countless re-releases of old iconic games with updated content. But there's still a bunch of games worth your attention, from the AAA to the free-to-play. I'm Adam, please think about leaving a like, let's do this. This may be the weirdest way to start a new game video, with a game almost a decade old now, Fallout 4. Well, that's due to the next gen update, which came out a few days ago. It's out right now, and it's free. So if you've ever bought Fallout 4 or claimed it on PS Plus, the update is waiting for you. And if not, it's only $20 US or 15 quid here in the UK. The iconic RPG now has a 4K upgrade, a few tweaks to the RPG system, and get this, a brand new set of missions called Echoes of the Past that links the events of Fallout 3 to Fallout 4, plus even more new gear and side quests. If you've watched the TV show recently, there's no excuse, it's time to try it for yourself. I'm using it to get non-gamers into gaming. Fallout 4's next gen update is out right now on the PlayStations, the Xboxes and the PC. In 1994, one of the most important immersive sims was born, System Shock. Then, almost 30 years later, a remake was made on PC, and finally that version has made it to console. We play as a lone hacker, stuck on a space station in a futuristic cyberpunk setting. The ship's AI Shodan, or sentient hyper-optimized data access network, has become evil and is now plotting the downfall of the human race. And in fact, she has already started with the crew of the space station, making them cyborgs and mutants. We must avenge the fallen and take out Shodan. Gameplay takes the shape of stealth sections, survival horror elements, or straight up first person shooting if you prefer. This remake is thanks to a Kickstarter campaign that took almost 8 years to come to fruition. And without System Shock, I think it's fair to say BioShock would never have existed. The System Shock remake is on PC right now and hits PlayStation and Xbox on May 21st. Okay, let's do some free stuff. Video games without an entry fee, a platform fighter, a MOBA, an MMO, and look at this, a PSVR 2 game. Making a comeback in 2024 is Multiversus. The platform fighter that cannot escape comparisons to Smash Bros. Has had a peculiar history. First released in 2022 in early access, 20 million players downloaded and played in the first few weeks. The mix of legendary characters from Warner Brothers and DC, from Batman to Superman to Arya Stark to Rick and Morty to the Looney Tunes, and the excellent unique attacks of each character made us all love it. And all fully voiced with countless cosmetic options. But the cracks began to show with poorly defined hitboxes, unreliable netcode, and a lackluster battle pass and overpriced storefront. So Multiversus was vaulted away for a year, and all those problems have now been solved. The new release is also on Unreal Engine 5, so most of this footage you're looking at right now is on the old engine, because we're still waiting for more footage. We've seen hints towards new mechanics and a functioning PvE mode, and I think we saw a new parry system in here too. I adored Multiversus in 2022, and I'm praying it does well on its return. Will you be jumping back in? Multiversus is free to play and releases on May 28th on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. Oh, a quick note if I may, another game with DC characters, DC Universe Online, yes, the very same game from 2011 and the PS3, has been dragged up to date and brought to the PS5. A native version of the game is now available if you want to play it, because back in the day, MMOs ruled the world. And this DC one quietly did its own thing, letting us build our own hero or villain and setting us out in the world, with customizable outfits, homes, and so many quests, so many quests. I know it isn't for everyone, but I thought I'd mention it as the PS5 version is out right now and the Xbox Series version is expected in the next month. Another free-to-play game dropped literally a day after last month's video went out, so I'm a little late on this. Have you seen Predecessor? When Fortnite took over the world, it killed another one of Epic Games' games, Paragon, and from those ashes comes Predecessor, a modern take on the MOBA formula, or multiplayer online battle arena, set in third person. These types of games consist of teams of players, each choosing unique heroes, then fighting across multiple lanes with bosses and supporting bots to make it to the enemy base to destroy it before the opposition do that to theirs. With more than 30 heroes to get to grips with, each with their own strengths and weaknesses, and more are constantly being added. Officially still in early access, this is your chance to play and help direct the devs to make it even better. Predecessor is out right now on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. Next, a free game on PSVR 2. This is Zenith Nexus, an action RPG like never before. Supporting up to 99 players, we slash mobs with magic and race across parkour challenges, meeting up with friends in the city to upgrade our gear or just hang out and shoot hoops before going on another run in something called the Infinite Realms. The realms are quite small, and the real appeal is jumping in with a bunch of mates and either flying around or using bows to take down enemies. I looked a little deeper into this one, and it turns out the devs behind the game are operating at a loss and have created this to try and entice new players into this MMO space. So if you're serious about PSVR 2, Zenith Nexus needs your attention. Okie dokie, back to priced games, and this one is coming to PS Plus. Animal Well, a 2D puzzle platformer where we play as a pixelated blob. Set up like part dungeon crawler, part Metroidvania, we make our way through seemingly endless screens, but each of those screens has a puzzle to be solved. Some are simple, yet others take more thought, and occasionally a new item is needed. Whilst navigating the branching paths, we encounter boss fights, but Animal Well doesn't really have combat, making each one of these a puzzle to solve instead. Success leads to a new item, like a fluorescent yo-yo or a bubble to jump on, and then that will open up new paths to venture down. Animal Well drops on May 9th on PC, Switch and PS Plus on PS5. Another game making a comeback is Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, because it's finally making the jump over to PC almost 4 years after the OG release. The action-adventure game from Sucker Punch gives us a katana and drops us in an open world, just as the Mongol invasion of Japan has started. It's up to the player to decide on how to fight back, standing and fighting with honor, or creeping around in the shadows, striking and evading. The main reason I wanted to talk about Ghost on PC is due to a new PlayStation overlay that gives access to PlayStation friends lists and PlayStation trophies whilst on a PC. This could be the future we're looking at right now. You can now play PlayStation without a PlayStation. Ghost of Tsushima hits PC on May 16th, and it's already on the PS Plus catalogue for everyone else. Next, Braid Anniversary Edition. If you're getting deja vu, don't worry, I have spoke about this game many times over the years, and every time it gets close, it's delayed again. We're guaranteed this is the last time it will happen. We'll see, I guess. The time-bending platformer that revolutionised indie game development, and I still think about it to this day, 16 years later. It's now coming on May 14th, which also is the update day for PS Plus Extra. I'm not saying there's a link there, but it might be worth a bit more attention. Ever wanted to play as a nun in a video game? Well, keep an eye out for Indika. Indika. A third-person story-driven game set in a strange world where religious visions clash with harsh reality. It tells the story of a young nun who sets off on a journey of self-discovery with the most unusual plot. Indika seems to be a typical nun, but she isn't, because she can speak to the devil himself. Indika's unusual connection with the evil one leads her on an errand beyond the safe walls of the monastery. This game looks insane. I'm going to buy it. May the 8th on PS5, PC and Xbox Series. And finally, just so I've said it, the annual motor racing games arrive in May. F1 24 and MotoGP 24, and whether you like the 4-wheel or the 2-wheel version, both are fully official with all the names and brands replicated in incredible detail and presented like their TV shows. MotoGP drops on May 2nd, and it's May 31st for F1. Hey, we did it, we got to the end of a video, and like usual, I owe you dad jokes as payment. Sorry in advance. Like this one, why did the Mexican man take anxiety medication? For Hispanic attacks. His panic attacks. You get it. There was a storm and I lost 25% of my roof. I shouted in frustration, oof. Sorry. I bought a giant clock to go on my wall at home, but I dropped it. I completely broke it. Yeah, I messed up big time. It's so bad, it's so bad. I got one more. My kid asked me what the Lion and the Witch were doing in the wardrobe. I said, it's none of your business, son. Yikes. I'm Adam, you're awesome. I'll see you next time.